on ESPN 93.5.
Sheedy Family Chiropractic is your choice for chiropractic.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Quad City sports fans of all ages, ESPN 93.5 and Town Square Media is proud to present to you the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, J-Bird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Happy Thursday, Quad Cities. We are here in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish. And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5. Jay, there's a funny song out there by Led Zeppelin, When the Levee Breaks. And I want Mayor Klipsch to know the words, but it kind of goes like this, Mayor Klipsch. If it keeps on raining, the levee's going to break. Well, it's keeping on raining, sir. And I know you pointed out so eloquently in your little press conference that only part of Davenport is flooded.
You just come out
only
with guns.
Part of Davenport is flooding, Mayor Klipsch. But
Didn't he
guess
just say he
what? The
wasn't
rest
fired
of
up?
it could flood. Mayor Klipsch.
Well,
Lame
listen-
duck Klipsch.
Now listen, can
You
we
just asked him if he was fired up. He said no.
still fight? Yeah. So
Hold it. And then we got a councilman whose priority is to make the Buckdown area into a National Historic Society.
can we ease into this for a second
No,
here? Thank
That
everybody for
was easing
listening.
into it.
Thank everybody for listening here on the ESPN 93.5 and on the Facebook, watching us and leaving comments on the Vance Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment thread, or you can watch us on YouTube and listening on the app. If you haven't already, download the app ESPN KJOC 935 from your App Store or your Google Store, and also you can listen on your computer, ESPN935.com. Click the upper right, listen now. Read the blogs that we write. I wrote a blog a couple days ago. It was about some of the talent that's going to be coming to the River Bandits that are going to be future major leaguers that ranked in the top 30 at about the same time when the levee broke. So we don't know right now. I know Jacqueline, it is up. We don't know if next week if they will have games at Modern Woodman Park. So even though I wrote that on ESPN 93.5. And I got a few things also that I'm working on right now. I'm working on a Kentucky Derby blog. We're going to look at the Salute to Sports. People that, if you haven't already read the Quad City Times, they have a great spread out there about all the 12 male and female athletes that are up for the Salute to Quad City Times Male Athlete of the Year, Female Athlete of the Year, and also the teams are up.
Yeah, get out there and buy a newspaper.
So, and I'll write something out there as well about that. And what else was I working on? Doesn't matter. Anyway.
I know we have a lot of games to play today.
We got I mean, I tell you what, it's May 2nd, right? So, It is, it's National,
National what?
It's, today is, Word Password Day. World Password Day. It's National Truffle Day.
Marvin, do the truffle shovel.
No.
It's National Day of Prayer.
Okay.
National Life Insurance Day.
Wow.
And National Day of Reason.
That's a day too early. We could have Tiffany on here talking about life insurance.
Yeah, that's right. We'll have her on tomorrow.
Right.
Let me take you through some things here. The World Password Day is a day that you got to better password habits, meaning you should
Stop having password and password one is your password.
It's funny that you mentioned that, Serge. It's funny that you mentioned that because yes, you're supposed to change your password today and do something a little bit more difficult.
Jay,
So
my password is nipple.
The password is
Nipple.
and it's funny that you mentioned that as well. So
Circular.
I'll give you we'll just give you the top 10 most commonly used passwords
Metallica.
of 2019. Number 1,
Uh-oh.
T-Ray text line.
T-Ray text line.
T-Ray text line.
Slippery slope.
Gotta shut that one
Somebody hacked
off.
into his phone and turned the
Slippery
volume
slope.
on.
Number 1 password of 2019 is 1234556.
Ooh. Same password I got on my luggage, Jay.
The number 2 password of 2019, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The number 3, QWERTY.
What?
Yeah, it's the first KW. It's
Left
the upper left-hand corner on your type. QWERTY. KWERTY.
Okay.
Number 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh my gosh.
Number 5 is 11111.
Is that your Wi-Fi?
It used to be.
These are so bad. Number 6.
Oh, you have to
Oh,
type.
no. How about, and it's, you can use the Wi-Fi. If you go to Harrington's and you need to log on the Wi-Fi, you always have to ask for a password. It's password 123.
Yeah, it's literally password with a capital P, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, capital P, you trickster.
Outside of numbers, some of the number 8
I
is
dissed you.
number 8 is password.
Yeah.
It's always in the top 10.
Number 11 is QWERTY UI up, which is all the letters on the top of your keyboard. Here's one that's different. Number 12, My Noob. My MYNOOB.
My nub? Noob.
Noob.
Okay.
Why?
I have no idea. My noob password? I don't know.
Maybe that's all 5s or something.
Here's another one. Number 15, 18 ATC SKD2W. T2W. I don't know what that is. I can't read through that. I'm thinking of, like, you know, when you read a license plate, like try to get through it. I don't know why. 18ACT C ACT ATC CKD. You can look at it yourself, Serge. And
I8 something.
number 17 is just, you just go 1QTW 2W 3E4R. You just use the upper left hand corner. Number 23 RJS 1 LA7QE
KRS1?
RJS. 21 is Google. And 23 is 123 KWE.
Got the tag by
There, I mean, guys, I do kind of use my same password for almost everything, though.
So do I.
Maybe I should
Yeah, but
pass
mine's
it up.
not.
It's like my
Mine's not.
Mine is
bad.
not on this list
Mine's
at all.
not on this
Yeah.
list, nor will it ever be. Mine's unique to me.
But when I saw World Password Day, I thought of the game Password. The password is nipple. So later on, we're going to play a game of Password.
So, oh my noob is an expression used when somebody does something very noob-like, usually used by gamers.
Brand Nubian.
Password is.
Touch my nipple.
All right. So now the other thing that's strange about
Hi, Jay. I just want to see
stop
your feet.
National Day of Prayer. It's the first Thursday in May. This day is observance designated
Wait
by
till
the
it's
U.S.
National
United States
Foot
Congress.
Day.
Asks people to turn to God in prayer and meditation. Now, not to be outdone, the National Day of Reason is observed each year on the first Thursday of the month. National Day of Reason originated in 2003 in response to the perceived unconstitutional National Day of Prayer. So, not to be outdone, people who the organizers of the National Day of Reason, they say that the National Day of Prayer violates the First Amendment of the United States Constitution because it asks federal, state, and local government entities to set aside tax dollar-supported time and space to engage in religious ceremonies. So, we have the National Day of Prayer, and not to be outdone, in 2003, the National Day of Reason said, if you get a day, we're going to have it on the same day. I don't really like it when they do this to my days. I don't want to be conflicted.
What's the Day of Reason?
It's just it's
Day.
no, it's not.
They just call it the Day of Reason.
Yes, it's just to say, like, yeah,
You know what it is? God.
to ask why.
Yeah.
So
You know what I say to those people? I can't say it on the.
find your own day. Anyway,
Why didn't your dad pull out?
so all right,
Of the driveway.
Yes.
And back it down.
yes.
Slowly.
And National Life
He lets-
Insurance
He lets
Day.
me drive sometimes.
The anniversary of the first day life insurance became available in the United States. So, sale of life insurance began in the late 1760s, obviously on this day, May 2nd. So, on May 2nd, 1759, the charter was recorded for the Corporation for Relief of Poor and Distressed Widows and Children of Presbyterian Ministers.
What?
On May 2nd. Yeah.
It's the day of what? Repeat that?
It did.
There's a lot of stuff going
The
on.
charter. Episcopalian priests created a comparable relief fund in 1769. This is basically a charter was started for relief for if passed away, They went to the widows. It's insurance.
Oh, okay.
On May 2nd, it was started. So National Life Insurance Day. And we'll bring that up to Tiffany tomorrow. So around the sports world, the only game in the NBA, the Trailblazers won 97-90 over the Nuggets. There were 2 games in the NHL. Going up 3-0, Carolina beat the Islanders 5-2, and Dallas beat the Blues 4-2. And yesterday in baseball, Cubs beat the Mariners 11-0 in a home run derby. Milwaukee Brewers lost 11-4 to the Rockies. Kansas City Royals beat the Rays 8-2. The White Sox split with the Orioles 7-6 and 5-4. And Minnesota Twins beat the Astros 6-2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those hated Astros.
Yeah, well, they're just nothing now. They're like, beat the Astros. Cardinals beat the Nationals 5-1. Today, we got Milwaukee's going to play Colorado at noon today. Minnesota plays the Astros at noon. Royals at 1:15 against the Rays. Cubs have the day off. Tomorrow, we're going to be interrupted at 12:45 because they start the series against the Cardinals. Ooh, division leading Cardinals.
Friday.
Cardinals do play tonight at 3. Play today at 3. Dakota Hudson will be on the mound. 2-1, 5.63 ERA against Steven Strasburg. 2-1 with a 3.82 ERA. White Sox have the Red Sox at home. Lucas Giolito, 2-1, 5.30 versus David Price. 1-2 with the 3.6. Interesting. So, should be a lot of fun. The Derby. Big news in the Derby. You guys know what it is?
Horses are going to race?
A horse is not going to race. That's right.
Yeah.
Omaha Beach is scratched. The favorite is.
Oh!
That's what we picked.
Dang it.
Did you pick the favorite? Is that who you
There goes
got?
my bracket.
All this good news brought to you by Harrington's Pub.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Harrington's Pub.
Entrapped epiglottis.
What?
Yeah. Epiglottis is a triangle-shaped piece of cartilage that is at the base of the airway above the soft palate. So because of its location, it causes difficulty breathing, and it's difficult to run a race without reversing the issue. So, trainer Richard Mandela says, after training this morning, we noticed him cough a few times. Mandela said in a news release, it caused us to scope him, and we found an entrapped epiglottis. We can't fix it this week, so we'll have to have a procedure done in a few days and probably be out of training for 3 weeks. We'll have to figure out a whole new game plan. So it's going to knock him out of the Triple Crown, that's for sure. Because he's not going to race. So he's no longer the favorite. The favorite now is Game Winner at 4-1 at the 15 post. Roadster at 9-2. Improbable at 5-1 at the 5 post. Maximum Security at 6-1. I like Maximum Security, by the way. Tacitus at 8-1. And then the rest of the field. And again, I'll write a little something up on ESPN 9 through 5. We'll talk about it a little bit tomorrow. We'll have Matt Koss in tomorrow as well to talk about the Salute to Sports that's going to be on Sunday. So, and also the thing I read up, I know there's a lot of, well, you know what? Let's take a quick break. Let's talk a little bit about the flood. Some of the things that
You're forgetting about one thing in sports.
What's
world,
that,
too.
buddy?
Well, when we get back.
Corey Kluber
Kluber
broke his ulna. He took a line drive. That's bad news for him. He was going to be traded.
Uma Thurman? What?
No.
Anyway, we get back.
When we come back.
I got something.
I want to talk about flood and what some of the businesses are doing for some of the places and some of the derby parties going on.
All right, guys. You need to stop going to your social media sites asking us suggestions on where to get your oil changed, who does the best tattoo work, or where you're going to grab some lunch. Just pick up your Locals Love Us guide. It has an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find what you're looking for, or you can just go to the website, localsloveus.com, click on Quad Cities, and then browse your favorites. It's easy to use, and they even rank the most popular places for you. And when you're there, make sure you vote for our show, Don't Hassle Us for Local, and all the sponsors of our show. So check them out. Those are our friends from Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
So we're local on ESPN 93.5.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
Excuse me.
Hey, this is the ladies' room, you freak!
Sorry, ma'am. We just sold this bike here.
So why do you have motorcycles in the bathroom?
Well, you see, Brenny's just received the new Suzuki motorcycles and ATVs that have been on order and are finally here. Along with all the parts and new Suzuki accessories, there's just no space left. Just a few short years ago, we built a 20,000 square foot showroom. And now with all this new inventory, we don't have squat for room. Excuse the pun.
Very funny. Hey, you know I do like this new Suzuki motorcycle.
You should see the GSXRs we got in the men's bathroom, or the 1200 Bandit, or the Marauder that we keep down in the wine cellar. Come to think of it, I've never been in the ladies' bathroom before. Wow, look at all the latex vending machines you got in here.
That's Playtex.
Yuck, now I gotta go.
Bernie's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf across from Alcoa. Almost.
Casey's wants to introduce you to the newest member of the neighborhood. Meet the all-new Casey's.com. Now the same great made-from-scratch pizza is always easy to order, right at your fingertips. Casey's.com. Whether you're at home or on the go, you're always one fast click away from your favorite Casey's pizza. Try the new Casey's.com today. The easier, faster, friendlier way to order pizza. This month's special, order 2 large, delicious Casey's single-topping pizzas for only $9.99 each. Not valid with any other offer.
Sheedy Family Chiropractic is your choice for chiropractic care in the Quad Cities. From little leaguers to high school athletes and the weekend warriors, treating new injuries, muscle or joint problems, and chronic pain, we're committed to providing cost-effective care for your family's needs. Same-day appointments available most days for new patients and always $20 sports physicals. Sheedy Family Chiropractic, getting you back to work, play, and life. Call today or find us online at sheedychiro.com. That's SHEEDY Chiro.com.
The Quad City sports leader is always in the palm of your hands. Download the ESPN 93.5 app today and never miss a thing. This is the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 93.5.
Yeah. All right, we're in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local on ESPN 93.5.
Did you see me doing the air guitar?
I love it.
Is that the new celebration for the Cubs now when they get on base?
I don't know.
Like,
I've
this?
been paying attention.
Is that it? True? Thought I saw that somewhere. Like that's the new celebration when they get on.
Like from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I don't know. You know how like they'd say
Wild Stallions.
You'd have things like, you know, they'd have certain things in the dugouts to look at, and be like to get them riled up. You know, they do certain things out there now. That's
all right.
Little air guitar.
Noodle of bass. I love it.
I'm gonna teach the girls at that 10U when they get on bass. Play a little air guitar.
They're gonna look at you and go, no.
And they will. They'll go, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Old man Foss has had too much coffee today.
I got fined in the NBA for doing that.
For playing the air guitar?
Yeah.
Why?
He drilled a 3. It was taunting. Like it was some form of
What's this when they throw up the antlers?
not look well because they don't look directly at the bench and do it. This guy looked directly at the bench, did an air guitar, and then kind of.
Heck yeah, man!
Heck yeah, rad, dude.
Dude, I wish I would have thought of that a long time ago. Get on bass.
Offered fail for it.
I got plunked one time because I was excited about getting a base hit off of this guy who was he played in the world tournament fast pitch. He was a New Zealander. He was really good.
Was he bigger than you?
He was a Kiwi.
He was a Kiwi. Raised up lights. And
Did you say raised up lights?
Yeah, that's how they say razor blades.
Raised up lights.
Raised up lights. Anyway, I was like super excited. I like drilled it, and I didn't get around on it. I took it down. It was like a screaming liner down the right side, but I was like, man, see me smoke that ball, and I was like laughing about it because I got lucky, and he did not like that. I was talking to my dugout. I'm like, you guys see me smoke that ball? And basically, I closed my eyes and stuck the bat out, and he threw it so hard, it was like boom down the right field line, right? Just got right past the first baseman, stood up first, and the dugout was right there.
With your blinding speed, it was almost a double.
Oh yeah. And then I looked over like, did you guys see me smoke that ball?
Way to place the ball, Jay.
The guy was not happy that I said that. I didn't, I'm out in Dixon, Iowa. It's no big deal. It's not like there's a big
crowd. Did he try to clutch you and raise up lights?
No, he plunked me the next time.
Oh, but he did.
Yeah, he didn't like that I said, did you see me smoke that ball? I should have just done the air guitar.
So your on base percentage was 1,000.
Yeah, well, it usually is.
Stupid Kiwis.
Money always does the Pooh Bear when he gets a double.
Yeah.
Every time he gets a double, he gets out there and shakes the little honey pot.
Yeah, he does.
He's napping right now.
What were you?
Yeah,
what,
he is damn
what did I miss yesterday? What in the sports world did I miss?
Oh yeah.
Bob Kraft.
Okay.
The cracky.
Hey, let's go into this. Let's just dip our toe in the water. Let's not jump in with 2 feet here. All right. And when talking about digits, you do it softly, and you do it with. Don't do it where we're
Was
gonna
that
get
guy
trouble.
named Carl, by the way, that plunked you?
Yeah.
Yeah, my neighbor used to catch him.
Yeah. He plunked me. Yeah, that's Carl.
Oh yeah, it was Carl John.
Yeah. It was definitely him. Raised up light. Knife, not a knife.
Knife, not a knife. I'm from Australia, you freaking crikey.
That's all right. So, Bob Kraft, there's some things that got leaked out on Twitter.
Well, leaked out or pushed
all right,
in.
What I tell you?
What?
Busted open.
You're gonna do this, and you're gonna do it the most professional way possible.
Okay.
Profession. That's
Read the article then, Jay. What does it say?
It says, well, on Twitter it didn't really come. Well, I guess I can say it because it's on. Detectives say Robert Kraft had fingers in his butt crack during the Asian massage. So,
Okay.
Detective Hirsch testifies those viewing the video, this is Bob Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots. Detective Hirsch testified those viewing the video footage live took notice when the masseuses began putting fingers into the butt crack area before the lights were turned off. And it's in the report as well.
Do they have infrared cameras for the rest of it?
I don't know. I'm just saying. So the crafty is interested in the cracky. So right. This is why he fought for this to not get out.
They're saying that's all the further it went.
That's just what that. Yeah.
Oh, you got me.
Cracked you up, didn't he?
I'm being professional.
I didn't even try to do
I
that
just
one.
giggled.
Jay's just teeing him up there.
He sure is.
No.
Take a crack at it.
So yeah.
That's good.
Hey, quit making wisecracks.
Anyway, that's why he's probably fighting to not let this come out.
So they're saying that he used the boxer short rule.
No, I think he didn't have any shorts on, is what they're trying to imply here.
Well, see,
Well,
not what the New York Post says.
What's the New York Post say?
It says that he used the boxer short rule, where he had the boxer shorts on, so that means he was no go for anything further. I guess that's the unwritten rule in the.
Whoa! So there, let's hold on. I don't know this, and I'm okay not. I don't know this, and I'm okay not knowing this.
Okay.
All right.
You got to learn sometime.
You do.
okay not knowing
So
this.
crafty. There's a thing when you go into the massage.
In these places that
places.
The illegal ones and that actually do those things. The unwritten rule is that
They shut them all down in Davenport.
if you keep your boxer shorts on, that means you do not want the happy ending, per se.
That's a no. So there's not. That's it's a sign. There's not
So
like
if
a
you-
word.
If you're under the blanket and you still have your boxer shorts on,
There's no word. There's no like password. Like I hear pineapples aren't in season anymore.
Right.
Like that's okay.
it's just a signal.
All right.
So the funny thing is now if you go to these
Orangutan.
the orangutan, it's funny. I know what that
That's
means.
Kanaki.
Yeah. It's okay. Okay. However, if you go into some of these places that they still might be an Asian massage place, but they are legit. They are legit. They do not actually engage in that kind of activity.
Yes.
There are signs everywhere that says,
No.
please keep your underpants on. Like 4 signs per room.
No.
And he had his on.
That I know from experience.
So
So I went to one of these legal, legit places, but it seemed a little sketchy to me. It was my first time at this, and I'm like, I don't know about
Every
this.
time I try
And I
somewhere different.
walk in, I see 4 signs. I'm like, all right, no problem.
So he had
Keeping
his
him
on,
on.
and they just violated him.
Marvy just walks in with his tootsies on.
So he got violated.
I like this one.
Is that what he's saying?
I
maybe
don't know.
he-
How do they see where the fingers go if the shorts
All right.
are in the way? They got infrared or they got X-ray cameras now? I don't know.
Let's just go. Let's real. Well, let's just.
What's TMZ gonna buy this so we can see it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, Mikey Hart here on the
Now I
Vance
wanna
Pizza Pub and
know.
Grill Facebook comment thread says, so Crafty was raped? Like,
It's violated.
like,
Let's
now-
not throw that out
so
there.
now
He was
that-
violated.
Well,
That's what he's saying.
he was there with the
assaulted, violated. Okay,
the intent.
a lesser version of what I said. So that's how they're going to spin this.
Moon River.
I guess so. That exactly. Yeah.
What's next? Are they going to say you got Cardi B?
Using the whole fist.
I was coming to a dentist appointment.
No.
No.
Can't say that. All right.
No.
All right, that was fun.
Yeah. Before we go to no, we're not going to go to break. I want to talk about what's going on. You, Serge, you might know a little bit more too, but let's talk about some of the things that we're doing to help out at the flood. I mean, obviously they need volunteers to sandbag and everything else, and I know tons of people are helping, which is great.
Salvation Army's doing quite a bit. If you want to help out monetarily, there's places to make some donations right now. They're still setting more stuff up right now. We're still in the beginning stages of all this. There's going to be events. There's going to be fundraisers. There's going to be concerts. There's going to be benefits. There's going to be all sorts of stuff.
Slow
so
down
choose
about this.
I know, but no, just go ahead and choose wisely.
Yeah.
Do your homework. See where you want your money or your efforts to go, and just choose wisely. That's my advice. I'm going to be putting some stuff together. Baked in the Village is going to be putting a lot of stuff together.
So you're saying be Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade. Choose wisely. Otherwise, you could turn
Don't
to
choose
dust.
poorly.
All right.
Yeah. What I'm saying here is that what's the key to what Serge has said there is we are putting things together, and they're getting all their ducks in a row. They're not coming out, and I put this out on Facebook last night because I was just appalled by it. It really shows how many people read what I write, or I guess get my sense of humor, because I didn't do a smiley face or rolling on the floor laughing or anything. All I wrote was, it's good to see Downtown Davenport can plan something. And within one day, the Downtown Davenport Partnership planned for a concert to benefit the downtown in June. Right. And what it is it is and to Matt Robson's credit, he said, I said, nowhere does it in their mission statement, does it say anything to do with downtown. He said, well, they can earmark certain charities. And I said, that's fair. And he said, don't, basically he was telling me, don't just think the money's not going to there. Just basically look at it as this is them trying to mask the negligence for downtown. Yes. And I agree with that. You can't plan a concert in one day and then turn around and tell me that we couldn't plan for this flood. All right, so the Downtown Davenport Partnership, this thing that if you look at all the things that it goes into, their link, this used to be part of River Vision, Iowa. They didn't do anything River Vision,
now
Iowa.
It's called Grow Quad Cities.
Now it's called Grow Quad Cities.
So it's the same.
So they did nothing when it was Vision Iowa.
Thing.
Vision Davenport.
Vision Iowa. It was Vision Iowa. They're the ones that built the Sky Bridge. Mm-hmm. Okay? So do you trust that your money is going to go towards the right causes and the right businesses and the right individuals? I don't.
No. In their mission statement, it just goes to all of Scott County.
Sure.
The money does. So I look at this with as suspect how they're putting this together, and I do look at it as
retainer.
I'm not saying it's not going to be a good event. I'm not saying that the bands aren't doing the right thing by going down there and playing and people donating their time and money. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but if you want to know where your money and efforts are going, be a little bit more diligent.
Yeah.
Pay attention to what you're doing. If you want to go help a specific spot, go to that specific spot or go to those people.
Here's what I would do if I was in the Downtown Davenport Partnership. Here's what I would do, okay? I wouldn't go and plan a concert. I would go to all the building owners in downtown Davenport, specifically those not affected by the flood. I'd look up all the grants that I helped write for them to give them to do the outside of their buildings and to beautify the downtown Davenport. And I'd say to them, here's what I did for you. You put in X amount of dollars and we matched it by applying for a grant downtown. You with me, T-Ray? And then I'd say, this is a 501c, IRS, it's deductible. How much can you put back into downtown Davenport? That's what I would do to all those business owners. We did all this work. Now we're asking for you just a little bit help back. Any bit helps. I would go to those owners. If they're not going to do that, those building owners aren't going to do anything because they're not, all they care about is the grant money that they got.
If some of them might care about it.
Some of them might. I can I don't think they're going to go to those business owners. I can name, if I needed to, with gun to my head, I could name probably 6 businesses downtown that if they were underwater, the chamber or the Quad City Chamber would be doing everything to help them.
Yep.
And that's only because they give a certain amount of dollars that more than the other places do downtown. And I know that also for a fact because I've been in a situation where I've had someone say, when I questioned things about the chamber, and someone said, have you ever thought about giving more money to the chamber? That's a fact. You can't take that away that someone said that to me, and it was looked at as a...
someone would look at that and call that extortion.
That's exactly what happened to me. So
that's what I would call it. Yeah. And if someone said that to me, to my face, from the chamber, I'd probably slap the taste out of their mouth.
So anyway, I'm not saying we do that.
I would.
There are, like Serge said, I know over the weekend, the Mound and yourself at 1117, the Mound's going to donate 10% of their sales this weekend. I know there will be tip jars out all over.
We have donation buckets for specific places, so you know exactly where your money's going and exactly what it's going towards.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be doing a couple other things here coming up. I might be changing my hours next week to open up early to help support some of these specific businesses. Basically, whether it goes into a fund for their employees or for a fund for some repairs. I know some of these places have already started GoFundMe accounts for both damages and employees on losing wages.
And by the way, folks, you can't any employee that are losing wages, you can go file for unemployment.
Right, they can, and they know that. But a lot of them, I've spoken to a lot of these people that have lost their jobs or are going to be out jobs for a while. Well, they know that they can do unemployment, so they're not begging, but they're saying is they don't want to sit on their butts at home and collect unemployment. They want to go out there and they want to work wherever they possibly can. I see a lot of them putting out Facebook ads for, hey, if anybody has any extra side work, any babysitting, yard work, help.
By the way, hit us up because I do have a job for somebody that it will inquire sales, but I do have a job for someone.
So
I reached out to one person. I haven't heard anything back, but
I'm going to be doing some guest bartending spots available, some rotating spots that I have because we're not too far away from the downtown, being over in the village, and the village isn't far from being affected either. It's already affected
it's got to be close.
It's already affected our flow of business because
absolutely, you can't come down River Drive. Yeah,
so that's hurt us too. So without hurting our own staffs at all these other places too, we want to do whatever we can to help out. So
I'm going
buckets,
to
fundraisers.
And after that rain last night, I mean, we got to be close.
Yeah.
Dale on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line said it just announced that it was the highest flood ever.
All right, I was going to say.
I want to also point out one more thing, and it is in the Quad City Times today. It was from the press conference yesterday. It was from our mayor of Davenport. Couple things that really stuck out to me. That they did go around from business to business in downtown around 2:30, and said, "Hey, you guys, there's a chance it's going to break," which they knew before. They knew before 2:30. If you follow anything in the news, they knew that there was a possibility once it was at 21 feet that it was going to. They knew before 2:30. But let's say they did it, okay? And they did. They went business to business. And the people that I contacted downtown Davenport, no one wants to go on record because they're afraid that they're not going to get any relief if their name gets out there. So they went out there, and he says in the paper from the press conference that some of them just chose to stay. They just basically, it's just saying like, hey, we did our due diligence. They stayed, and that's why they're there. And then my favorite part was when he wanted to point out that, hey, it's not like all of Davenport's underwater. It's just this little area in southeast Davenport. Folks, guys, you can't do that.
Entire Davenport.
You can't sit there and say, hey, let's look at it like it's half full. You can't sit there and say, hey, it's not like all of Davenport's underwater. That's like saying, hey, not all of Davenport is getting their car stolen, but we're the second. Is it the second or the number one in the state?
Number one.
Number one in the state for car stolen. It's not all of Davenport getting the car stolen. It's just a portion of you guys that make us number one.
Stolies.
That's a terrible way to look at it,
dude.
Yet the second they have a fundraiser and they have an event, who do they come crying to right away? Those very same people that they're not helping.
Hey, you guys want to get a donation, or hey, you want to come down here?
No.
Yeah. So, again, 2 days of a rant to this, but I can't get over this. The idea that the mayor also said if we put up a flood wall, it's going to hurt the cities downstream from us. As folks, a Republican mayor does not care about cities downstream from us. That is a cop-out. 100%.
Neither does a Democratic mayor. So.
Democratic mayor does a lot more than Republican mayor.
I doubt it.
Okay. Well,
What's it matter? What does the Republican part have to do with anything?
It's basically all the way down to states. A true Republican is states first. States' rights. So if you take it all the way down to the city, it's cities first. You care about your city.
We should.
Yeah, and you don't say what's going to happen downstream.
But I'm just saying it doesn't matter what it is. I mean,
it's a dumb theory.
He's only been in one term office and he's already out.
He's not running for re-election.
That's what I'm saying. He's a one-term mayor.
This will be his legacy.
And he hasn't done anything.
T-Roy, this will be his legacy. He's riding his own legacy in this week alone.
Done nothing, yeah.
And continue to do nothing.
But everyone before him has done nothing too.
I understand that.
We're letting Yarrington off the hook. We're letting all those other ones before him off the hook.
That's his legacy.
I'm not letting them all off the hook. I'll name them all. I'll go back and name every one of them. And I don't care if they're Democrat, Republican, Independent. I don't care if they ran on the damn socialist ticket. They all failed. And every one of those members of the board that were there 25 years ago, Jay, when it flooded then.
Yeah.
And some of them are.
Yeah, some of them.
Some of them are. You're at fault too.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And all of you that served in between and left, moved away, who did nothing about it, you're at fault. Every one of them. You go back 25 years. Don't let anybody off the hook. I don't care what they are, what they voted for, or what kind of Democrat policy or Republican policy they fell for. You need to build a damn flood wall and get your head out of your ass.
Those concert shirts, the back of them should just say "problem solved." Here's my hot take.
All right. Well, let's take a break and then come back and let's play a game.
Let's play a game.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Let's play a game.
Build a wall, not a wall. If you want the latest in TV and security technology but don't know where to start, you need to call Dunright TV and Security Solutions, your Dish Premier local retailer today. They'll take the guesswork out of choosing the latest in smart home technology with your budget in mind. Dish has been a leader in technology for years, and the Hopper Smart HD DVR interacts with your smart speaker to change channels, pause, and fast forward with just the sound of your voice. Sign up today and receive a Nest doorbell system free, courtesy of Dunright. Call 866-84-RIGHT today and let Dunright provide local, professional installation with personal service that's trusted by thousands of businesses and homeowners in the Quad Cities. Restrictions apply and requires an internet-connected Hopper. That's Dunright TV and Security, 866-84-RIGHT.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local on ESPN 93.5.
Catch every swing, double play, and home run at the Quad Cities Home for Sports. Fricks Tap in Davenport. Don't miss a single inning on their 23 TVs. Enjoy the best daily food and drink specials in town. Throwback $2 domestic tall boys, $3 cooler shots, $4 burger baskets, and raffles during every live Cubs broadcast. Fricks is your place to be for every game. Come for the game and stay for the fun with live music, DJs, and karaoke. Fricks Tap. Good people and good beer. Served properly. West 3rd Street, Davenport.
G&G Retailers is the best locally owned gun shop in the Quad Cities. In business for 3 generations. Excellent customer service, family atmosphere, and expertise in firearm knowledge. Whether you are a first-time gun buyer, avid shooter, or collector, they give you the best information to make the best purchase. They have one of the area's largest selections of reloading supplies, full stock of hunting and sporting rifles, and new and used handguns. For all your gun and gunsmith needs, visit G&G Retailers on the corner of 17th and Division in Davenport.
The annual Big Brothers Big Sisters plant sale is going on now. Shop thousands of flowers in Moline at Unity Point Health Trinity on John Deere Road through Saturday, or in Davenport at the Northwest Bank and Trust Tower through May 12th. Great selection of annual flowers sold by the flat, half flat, or choose from hundreds of hanging baskets. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Come and shop the largest plant sale in the QCA, all for a great cause. Presented by Iowa American Water, Mel Foster Company, and Solutions Management Group.
Your garage is cluttered. Instead of a place to park your car, you've got sports equipment, lawn tools, half-finished projects, and a workbench that hasn't been touched in years. Tailored Living of the Quad Cities can take your garage from clutter and chaos to functional and fun. Whether you want a killer man cave or just to get clean and organized with an epoxy floor and custom garage cabinets, we've got you covered. Hi, I'm Amy. Schedule your free in-home consultation at tailoredliving.com and you and I will design the garage of your dreams.
Casey's wants to introduce you to the newest member of the neighborhood. Meet the all-new Casey's.com. Now the same great made-from-scratch pizza is always easy to order, right at your fingertips. Casey's.com. Whether you're at home or on the go, you're always one fast click away from your favorite Casey's pizza. Try the new Casey's.com today. The easier, faster, friendlier way to order pizza. This month's special, order 2 large, delicious Casey's single-topping pizzas for only $9.99 each. Not valid with any other offer.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
Excuse me.
Hey, this is the ladies' room, you freak!
Sorry, ma'am. We just sold this bike here.
So why do you have motorcycles in the bathroom?
Well, you see, Brenny's just received the new Suzuki motorcycles and ATVs that have been on order and are finally here. Along with all the parts and new Suzuki accessories, there's just no space left. Just a few short years ago, we built a 20,000 square foot showroom. And now with all this new inventory, we don't have squat for room. Excuse the pun.
Very funny. Hey, you know I do like this new Suzuki motorcycle.
You should see the GSXRs we got in the men's bathroom, or the 1200 Bandit, or the Marauder that we keep down in the wine cellar. Come to think of it, I've never been in the ladies' bathroom before. Wow, look at all the latex vending machines you got in here.
That's Playtex.
Yuck, now I gotta go.
Bernie's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf across from Alcoa. Almost.
This is UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local on ESPN 93.5.
Sheedy Family Chiropractic is your choice for chiropractic care in the Quad.
All right. Welcome. Bring us back in, T-Roy.
Oh, are we ready?
Yeah.
I didn't know what's going on over there.
We messed up the liner there.
All right, hey, we're back in the Hassle Palace. Brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish.
12:41 in the afternoon. It's still raining.
It did quit raining, didn't it?
I don't know. I haven't been out there since.
Peek out the window.
Let's see. A little update from the Harrington Pub. Sports update. Yesterday in hockey, Carolina goes up 3-0 after they beat the Islanders 5-2. The Dallas Stars beat the St. Louis Blues. That series is tied at 2-2. Tonight, the Boston Bruins go to the Columbus Blue Jackets. The game will start at 6:30. The puck drops at 6:30, T-Roy. The San Jose Sharks are in Colorado at 9 o'clock. In the NBA, the Portland Trail Blazers tied up their series against the Denver Nuggets. It's 1-1. And tonight on ESPN, our station, at 7 o'clock, the Toronto Raptors go to the 76ers. In Major League Baseball, the White Sox split with the Orioles. They lost the first one 5-4, won the second game 7-6. The Royals swept the Rays yesterday in a doubleheader. Royals won 3-2 and then 8-2. Milwaukee Brewers lost to the Colorado Rockies 11-4. The Minnesota Twins won 6-2. Martin Perez goes 8 innings, strikes out 7. Chicago Cubs bested the Seattle Mariners 11-0. Javier Baez was 3 for 5 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Wilson Contreras 2 for 3 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. John Lester 7 innings, 8 Ks, 1 walk. Incredible day. St. Louis Cardinals win 5-1 over the Washington Nationals. The Cubs are on the road today because tomorrow they host the St. Louis Cardinals. And in Kentucky Derby news, Omaha Beach has been scratched. So the favorite will not be running in the greatest 2 minutes of sports. All right. I told you guys earlier that it's National Password Day. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a game of password. And Serge, are you with me?
Sure.
You have to do it too. You are going to give you guys, it's going to be you versus Troy, and Marvin has to guess.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
So Marvin, you have to take the headphones off. I'm going to, because I have to give the password. Don't look at me either when I do it. If
Close
you
your
hear,
eyes.
Yeah. Pick one. Serge is going to go
your
first. Hand it to me. Okay. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
The password is Space Jam. The password is Space Jam.
Okay, Serge, you get to go. Okay, Marvin, you have to guess.
How many guesses does he get with Serge?
I'll give you a clock.
No, I haven't played this in a while. Just one word.
Yeah. You use one word.
Okay. Oh, yeah, this is tough. I forgot how that. Yeah, thanks for doing it.
And then how many guesses does?
Okay, I'll give you a clock.
When Serge gives him a word and then he guesses, and then I give him a word and then he guesses. It goes back and forth like that.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. I'm glad you guys are here because that's not at all how I had it.
The password is
okay.
Monstars.
Space Jam?
Oh, Serge gets one. Good job, Sergi. Okay, now T-Ray, you get to go first, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll pick randomly. Don't
Marvin,
look.
take your headphones
Marvin,
off.
take
What
your
are you
headphones
doing?
off.
Sorry.
Keep them off. Don't put those back on.
All right, just show him.
Show your
Huh?
eyes.
Just show T-Roy and have Marvin turn around.
No.
No.
Okay. Okay.
The password is Nick Fury. Nick Fury.
Okay. All right, Marvin. Did you hear? Okay. You go first, T-Ray.
Eye patch.
I have no clue.
Surge.
Trench coat.
Really dumb.
What'd you say?
T-Ray said eye patch. I said trench coat.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
So the same one.
Okay. Keep going.
Shield.
Pass.
Yep.
Serge.
Bald.
I have no clue.
Pass. T-Ray.
This is dumb.
Yay.
I feel so...
Play along.
Well, I'm just saying I feel really stupid.
Don't.
No, don't. This is tough.
It's tough.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's what it's made for. It's not
what it's
made,
made
to be super duper easy. It's not Space Jam.
It's cold. Nice.
Avengers.
So you've
What?
Thor?
you've had eye patch, you've had shield, you've had trench coat,
And Avengers.
and Avengers. Okay.
Black.
Put them all together.
That's more than one clue.
I said put them. He knows to put them all together. It's part of the
Yeah, I
game.
know.
All right, this is the last round.
All right.
T-Ray.
Fired up.
Come on.
All right. Let me think here. I'm trying to think of a good word here. Agent.
Really good.
Agent? Are you getting really furious right now?
You've been
Go
messing with me.
ahead. Go ahead.
You messed with me this whole
All right,
damn
your last
time.
time.
Say your guess.
Nick Fury.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, you know that every single one is all for the same
it's-
one.
it's-
Okay.
I got it.
Yeah.
I just, yeah.
After you said trench coat and I said shield, I thought
Yeah.
he's got to get it.
And you, I don't know. I didn't know what you were gonna go with. My next,
Okay.
my next one was going to be.
All right. Serge, your turn. Okay, ready? You guys ready?
The password is Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Boy, I'm trying to think of one word here. Masters.
Tiger Woods.
Oh, bing! All right. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. You ready? Here's our next one. T-Ray. Yep.
The password is jockey. The password is jockey. Jockey. Like an horse jockey. Jockey. Okay.
You're up, T-Ray.
Horse.
Kentucky Derby.
Rider.
Jockey.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Ryder wouldn't have done it without horse.
I was gonna try underwear. But I thought he'd say Calvin Klein.
None.
Kramer.
Commando.
All right.
Kramer only wears jockeys.
No, you can't get that one. Don't look, Marvin.
Don't look, Marvin. Quit peeking. This is a fun game.
Yeah.
Marvin gets to ride around with me the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Hey,
Troy's breaking up with him.
Okay, you
I'm
ready?
totally after. He's lucky I got that one right, but now I'm down one.
Are you ready, T-Ray?
It's Serge's turn.
No. Yeah. What? Yeah.
Okay, search. The password is Pix7. Pix7. Oh, you can just say Pix.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Good. All right. Well, that's fine. It's not here.
Beat her back.
Oh. Wow, that's interesting.
No.
He passed.
Race.
Vix.
Yeah.
I was gonna go a different route of the darker version of that. But anyway.
Sorry, I said his last name.
I know.
I can go in different ways, but.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you,
Yeah, I know.
Is it your turn, T-Ray?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Maybe next time I'll enunciate
Okay.
a little bit more
The
better.
dark world.
All right.
The password is Wild Dog. The password is Wild Dog.
All right, Marvin. Raw dog?
Comic book?
He wasn't there.
Wow, I was there. What did I miss?
Okay.
Local.
Superhero? Okay. What am I missing?
Tame dog?
Stop doing 2 words.
Yeah, technically I can't do that. All right, you're right. You're right.
Vigilante.
I don't know. Bad guy?
Riveting radio.
Yeah,
This is riveting. I'm trying to think of a thing.
Yeah,
Man, Marvin.
Sorry.
Mild.
Jeez.
Hot sauce?
Yeah.
Let's just pass on this one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the
It's
password
tough.
was Wild Dog.
See, it's hard to do. I think you can't do a 2-word
Yeah,
name either,
yeah.
too.
I think I kind of messed up password.
It's all
No,
right.
not really. It was good.
I don't think you can do 2 words. It has
I
to be
know.
a 1
I was
word.
thinking more. Yeah. I messed up password. How the rules go. I mean, I have a stack of things, but yeah, it's yeah. That's it. But it's good. Yeah, you can put them on now, Marvin.
Is that failure?
Huh?
No.
Yeah. What'd you say?
You were in a tough spot, man.
No.
That's tough. That was the toughest
Come
one was to
on.
be on that.
You did great. National Password Day.
It's like being the guy on Heads Up with the guy
Yeah.
that to do this the whole time.
And you got
That's tough.
Space Jam right off the bat, dude.
Dude, you're on fire.
At least we didn't make you do Bean Boozled when you didn't get it.
Oh.
You could have done that.
Serge, that was good. Did you get the dog food one's great?
Oh yeah, you missed Bean Boozled.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Dude, there's a dog food flavored one.
Now that one I probably wouldn't mind that much.
It was
but,
pretty good.
But the socks and the vomit, no.
Yeah,
No,
Vasco
I'm
almost
good.
got the vomit.
I'm good on that. Thanks, though.
All right, let's take our last break of the hour and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the NBA playoffs and the Kentucky Derby, and we're going to give Rosso a call, too.
All right, everybody, want to talk a little bit about our friends from Front Street Brewery. Right now, currently everything is shut down, so I do know they have some help out there. Green Tree Brewing is serving Front Street beer and out at their place to help keep sales going for them during the flood. And as soon as we have word on what's going to happen and what's going to progress for them, if they're going to open things up at the tap room first, whatever they plan to do, we'll keep you posted. But just make sure you're out there. It's in the grocery stores. It's at a lot of the bars. Just go out there. Keep drinking the supplies while you can. I know they have stuff to distribute yet, and from everything I hear, it's hopeful that they should be able to brew out of the Freight House complex. So just make sure you support our friends from Front Street Brewery any way you can and help us out. Thank you.
This is UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local on ESPN 93.5.
Casey's wants to introduce you to the newest member of the neighborhood. Meet the all-new Casey's.com. Now the same great made-from-scratch pizza is always easy to order, right at your fingertips. Casey's.com. Whether you're at home or on the go, you're always one fast click away from your favorite Casey's pizza. Try the new Casey's.com today. The easier, faster, friendlier way to order pizza. This month's special, order 2 large, delicious Casey's single-topping pizzas for only $9.99 each. Not valid with any other offer.
QuadHelpWanted.com presents the world's worst boss, the one who posts jobs on huge national job sites, looking for anyone with a pulse. We'll just call him Dave.
We need to work as a team at this company, so today we're going to do a team-building exercise called Trust Falls. Sally, I want you to close your eyes, fall, and I'll catch you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, lesson number 1, fall forward.
Ow, 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 ow.
Don't be a Dave. Find your perfect local employee at QuadHelpWanted.com. Local jobs that work. QuadHelpWanted.com presents the world's worst boss, the one who posts jobs on huge national job sites, looking for anyone with a pulse. We'll just call him Dave.
Listen up, everybody. I'm happy to say that our office will be doing a winter coat drive.
Oh, I think I have something.
Actually, they just need men's coats in a size medium, preferably light blue.
What charity is this exactly?
The None of Your Business Foundation.
Don't be a Dave. Find your perfect local employee at QuadHelpWanted.com. Local jobs that work.
The annual Big Brothers Big Sisters plant sale is going on now. Shop thousands of flowers in Moline at Unity Point Health Trinity on John Deere Road through Saturday, or in Davenport at the Northwest Bank and Trust Tower through May 12th. Great selection of annual flowers sold by the flat, half flat, or choose from hundreds of hanging baskets. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Come and shop the largest plant sale in the QCA, all for a great cause. Presented by Iowa American Water, Mel Foster Company, and Solutions Management Group.
Sheedy Family Chiropractic is your choice for chiropractic care in the Quad Cities. From little leaguers to high school athletes and the weekend warriors, treating new injuries, muscle or joint problems, and chronic pain, we are committed to providing cost-effective care for your family's needs. Same-day appointments available most days for new patients and always $20 sports physicals. Sheedy Family Chiropractic, getting you back to work, play, and life. Call today or find us online at sheedychiro.com. That's SHEEDY Chiro.com.
Not the same old song and dance. New and different every day. Don't hassle us. We're local. Noon till 2 on the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 93.5.
All right, we're back in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dun Right Satellite and Dish. And you're listening to Don't Hassle Us Local here on ESPN 93.5.
We were talking before we went and played our password game, talking about the Kentucky Derby going on this weekend. And I know you have Mint Julep Saturday going on there at Oscars, and I'm sure there's a lot of parties.
We might have some live call-ins from the Derby.
What do you mean?
We know some people that are going to be there.
They're going to be there tomorrow?
Yeah.
So they're going to give us a call during the show?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yep.
I'd like that. Like we just said, Omaha Beach has been scratched. That was yesterday. And right now, we got just have a game winner as the favorite to win it right now. Just a couple things to think about when you're going into this. If you're kind of new to the Kentucky Derby, or just get want a little knowledge before you go to your little house party or whatever bar's having bonnets and brews and booze, and dress up in pastel and act like you'd like the horses parties that I'm a big fan of. So
you're a huge horse guy. You know you are.
I like the ponies. I do. I don't like to dress up and act like I do.
I don't know. I think you
wear bonnets.
I think you like to dress up.
You wear little knickers, and
you look good in knickers.
Those little newsy hats, newsboys, the guys that are on the sidelines.
How about the jersey of your favorite jockey?
No, God, you know what? That would be good.
Yes.
See, that'd be neat to dress up as a jockey.
Cheer for the jockeys.
Yeah. See, that's actually I do know some of the jockeys too, but I don't know them personally. But
sure you do.
But I'm not going to wear my little newsboys hat and sit around with my bow tie and my.
Is that like a height thing? Well, then he can be a height thing that you know the jockeys.
What's the thing for what? Jay's too tall to be a jockey, isn't he?
I just don't weigh. I weigh too much.
About 5 pounds.
You can cut weight. You've done it before.
Come on, wrestler.
And see, these are all things that would be better off. If I would have known this when I was younger to get into dropping the weight.
I mean, you want to be a clown that jumps around with the horses and the bulls.
That's fine. That's not a weight limit.
This is the same thing, though.
It's not a weight limit.
But
there's
you're
no
gonna
way
ride
around
the
here
horse,
to train
man.
for that.
And go really, really fast.
Okay, post time is at 5:50 on NBC, and coverage is going to be going
Serge,
on.
who out there thinks Jay should be a jockey?
I think, yeah.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
See?
The coverage will be on NBC Sports from noon to 2:30. Well,
I'd pay to see
1
Foster.
to 3:30, and then moves over to NBC itself. The race is a mile and a quarter long, and like we said, it is the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. Also, when we talked about Omaha Beach being out,
Come on, Chalky.
see that's the thing. That's how you. I see you over there acting like a jockey. That's how you do it. Yeah. So that's how you gotta do it, though. You get your scorecard, your sheets, you pound it, get that. There's some people out there that really don't like it that they beat those horses. So.
Oh, I don't think it really hurts them that much.
But you can't beat it.
Hmm?
It's not like beating a dead horse.
Yeah. So anyway,
You can't beat it with the stick.
the Preakness for those who are interested in the Triple Crown will be May 18th, and the Belmont is June 8th as well. Then now the other thing, Bob Baffert is, he's the main guy in this, the owner. He's not the crafty of the world, but he's the guy who wins a lot, and he owns a lot.
Is that the dude with the silver hair and the, the fancy glasses that wins like every year?
Yeah.
He totally keeps his boxers on.
What's his name?
Bob Baffert.
Baffert?
Yeah.
All right.
He's won 5 runnings of the Kentucky Derby.
He wins every year, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. So, he's got game winner and probable and roadster in this.
Too, doesn't it?
Huh?
Doesn't he have a different wife every year too?
I don't know about that. But he's got 3 horses in this: game winner, probable, and roadster. Roadster, by the way, is not going to be a favorite to win because it's at the 17. It drew the 17 post and position, and it's never
What's
won.
it cost for one of these running racing horses?
Never won at 17, the Kentucky Derby since 1875. The 17 has never won.
17 hole, the starting spot. You mean?
Yep, has never won.
That's my lucky
18,
number.
19, and 20 have all won at once. So, the most common wins is at
the 2 hole.
The number 5. 7 have won at the 2 hole. 7 times the 2 hole has been a winner.
Yeah.
You had a solid crack at it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Number 10 is Cutting Humor. That's won 9 times.
Where's that at?
Number 10 post.
9 times.
9 times.
Yeah. So, if you're looking to make a bet, you want to be somewhere in between 5 and 10. You're looking for horses. So that will be Improbable, Vekoma, Maximum Security, Tacitus, plus Q.
You're giving us all the
Parfait.
horses' names. If we're gonna play
They're
horses
not
not
on.
a horse.
They're not on horse, not a horse.
Oh,
But thank you for segueing into that,
dang it!
everybody. Those on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment thread, get ready to play Horse, Not a Horse.
A horse is a horse,
Right
of course.
before
of
you do that,
course,
T-Roy, to answer
nobody
your
talks
question.
like a horse, of course.
If you want to go the breeding route instead, you'll have to need to purchase a good mare. Horse owner Nelson Clements said the cost can range from $50,000 to $400,000 or more. Then you have to
Depending
pay-
on breeding stock.
Then you have to pay stud fee, which is $10,000 to $150,000.
Marvin. So you got to buy a female horse and then have it studded?
There's a couple different ways you could do it.
Oh,
You
I
could-
see.
A filly can win. Justify was a filly.
You could get one at
Okay.
auction. You could breed.
Okay, all right.
Once you have a horse and once it's weaned around 5 months old, you'll incur approximately $1,500 per month to develop the horse. Cost will increase to $2,500 to $3,000 per month as the horse matures. It
Does
just
that
goes
count
on and
food
on and
and
on.
board?
No.
Oh boy.
Keep it in the garage for a while, bud.
What? And then you got to get someone that knows how to teach it how to run, huh?
We got to walk before you can run.
Good lord.
You guys ready to play Horse, Not a Horse?
Yep.
Is
Yeah.
that what you wake up to every day?
That is not what I wake up to every day.
I wake
but
up to Reveille.
Huh? All right, so how this works is I give you a name of a horse. Or it's not a horse. You have to guess. Horse, not a horse. And you can do it on the Advanced Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment. So, for example, if I gave you a name like Justify, you would say?
Horse.
Yes.
Of course.
Or if I gave you a name like Slumlord Romer,
It's not a horse.
not a horse. It's a made-up name. I made it up.
Okay.
So just keep in mind, if I give you a real horse named Justify, you're going to say horse.
Yep.
And on the Vance Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment thread, you guys can just do the emoji of the horse, or you can do the no sign, no horse, as you're guessing. So, just to recap, if I say a name like Justify, you know that's a horse that won the Triple Crown last year, you'd say horse. If I say a name like Slumlord Roamer, you're going to say not a horse. Okay?
Gotcha.
Got it.
All right. So first up, Spokane.
Horse.
Spokane.
Not a horse.
I'll say it's a horse.
All right. Spokane is a horse. Spokane ran the fastest time when it was 1.75 miles in 1889.
Marvin, you weren't even born yet.
No.
See?
Old man Foster's only 2 years old.
1989 you were born.
Super Saver.
J Money?
Super Saver.
Not a horse.
No.
It's a high V deal. That's not a horse.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Super Saver won the Kentucky Derby in 2010.
Dang it. IV.
Ivy gotcha.
That's Fuel Saver.
Well, either way.
Yeah, those two.
There should be a horse called Fuel Saver.
Genuine Risk. Genuine Risk.
Nope.
Nope. Not a horse.
Horse.
Genuine Risk is the 1980 Kentucky Derby winner. Makes sense. Makes sense.
No. Does not make sense.
Horse.
It's a horse.
It's a horse, of course.
Not a horse.
Not a horse.
Oh.
Makes sense. I think you're thinking of Street Sense. Kind of got you there.
Gotcha.
I got you there. High Sparrow. High Sparrow.
Nope. Not a horse.
High Sparrow.
No.
Horse.
High Sparrow is not a horse. It is a character on Game of Thrones.
Huh.
Spoiler alert.
Lucked out there.
Wow.
Spoiler alert. Any position. Any position.
Nay.
Nay, not a horse.
Any position.
Is there horsey style? I'll take not a horse.
Not a horse.
Nay.
Not a horse. Good job, everybody.
Sorry, your sister likes it.
Good job, everybody.
Maggie, no.
Forward pass.
Not a horse.
Not a horse.
Nope. Not a horse.
In 1968, Forward Pass won the Kentucky Derby.
Gosh, you got us.
Dust Commander. Dust Commander.
Dare you talk about my auntie like that?
I'm going to say not a horse.
I'm going to agree. Not a horse.
I'm going to say horse.
In 1970, Dust Commander walked away,
No duster.
putting the roses around its neck as the winner of the Kentucky Derby. Flat Earth.
Wow.
No.
No. Nay.
Flat Earth.
Nay to that.
No.
Are you trying to tell me there's no such thing as a flat Earth?
I am.
You guys aren't flat earthers?
Well, there's parts of the earth that might be flat.
Let's go over by the water cooler and talk about it.
Huh?
Water cooler talk, T-Roy.
Gotcha.
Flat Earth is not a horse.
All right.
Yeah.
Water cooler.
Not a horse.
It's not a horse. I just made it up because it's a good name. I was like, oh man, I wish I would have named him a horse water cooler. That was a good one.
Still time.
All right. Sonny's Halo.
Horse.
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 It is a horse. Indeed. 1983 Kentucky Derby winner. Lady Bruce.
Horse.
Lady Bruce.
Horse.
Horse. And did you see that hack Bruce Springsteen's putting out another album?
The boss.
It's not a horse. Lady Bruce is not a horse. I know you may think that because Bruce is sometimes considered a feminine name, but it's not a horse. I just made it up.
Don't bring me down.
Putt in two. Putt, Puttn 2. Putt in two.
Nope.
Nope.
Horse.
Not a horse.
Dang it.
Thunder Gulch.
Not to be confused with.
Thunder Gulch.
Thunder Lips.
Not to be confused with Thunderlips, the ultimate male.
In the flesh.
I like it. Horse.
Thunder Gulch.
I'll say horse.
Horse.
1995 Kentucky Derby winner Thunder Gulch.
In the flesh, baby.
Aristides. Aristides.
Not a horse.
No.
Horse.
Aristotle was a horse.
Aristides is the first ever Kentucky Derby winner in 1875.
Yeah, baby. I'm rolling now.
Steins.
5 point.
No.
Not a
I
horse.
hope not.
Not a horse. It's an intersection.
It is indeed an intersection in Davenport. It's also a 5-point move in wrestling. It is not a horse. Broker's tip. Broker's tip.
Sounds like a bad night. But I'm going to say horse.
I like horse too.
Yep.
I like horse. I think I'm not from Jersey.
Broker's tip is a 1933 Kentucky Derby winner.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we don't have that on our thing.
We can just do it.
Hell yeah.
You guys all have to grunt it.
Jet pilot.
Sky pilot. How high can you fly?
Jet pilot.
I thought you were doing that, yeah. Jet pilot.
Nope, not a horse.
I'll say horse.
Marvin.
Horse.
Jet pilot's 1947 Kentucky Derby winner.
47. That's a good year.
We just had jets then.
Forrest Jump. Forrest Jump.
Not Forrest Hump. Forrest Jump.
Forrest Gump.
I'm gonna say no, but man, some ding-dongs, it could be. I'm gonna say no.
I'm going with you. I'm gonna say no as well. Not a horse.
I'm going to say horse, and that's all I have to say about that.
It's not a horse.
Okay.
Forrest Jump is not a horse.
It's a great name for one though.
Sorry.
It is a good name.
Your horse and not a horse party.
Sorry to ruin your horse, not a horse party. All right. That's a good one. I always enjoy. Horse, not a horse is the one that started all this.
Did
What
you
do
have
you got?
Did you have 20?
No, I can keep.
Did you have 19?
Keep going.
I have a couple more.
No, let's keep going.
Okay, we'll do it before a break. Okay. Sir Barton. Sir Barton.
I know this one.
Do you?
That's not a horse.
Sir Barton.
It's my favorite cocktails made with that.
I'm gonna call it a horse.
I'll go not a horse.
I'll go 3 fingers, you find a spark.
Sir Barton is a 1919 Kentucky Derby winner.
1919.
Yep.
They named Barton Vodka after him.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Made
five
some
times
glue from him too, by the way.
Hideaway. Hideaway.
That's a horse.
Horse.
Not a horse.
Hideaway is not a horse.
Oh, I'm falling apart now. I should have stopped.
Yeah. Sunset Flip.
Horse.
No.
Yeah, I'll say horse.
It's not a horse.
No.
It's a professional wrestling move.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
You and Jane, your hidden languages.
Luchadors.
Luchador.
Yep, that's going to do it.
All right.
That's all of them. Some of my favorite is Thunder Gulch, of course.
Ooh, I hear
Broker's
Forrest Jump is a horse. We got a link. Thanks to Matt Erickson.
Dean never won the Kentucky Derby, so deal with it.
You're not down with that.
Yeah. So let's take a break, and then we're going to call Rosso from WHPF and Hawkeye headquarters.
All right, if you want to try the best pizza in the Quad Cities, then you need to get to Vans. Whether you're downtown or uptown, Vans Pizza Pub and Grill has the pizza pies to satisfy your hunger. Tonight they have Rockstar Bingo starting at 8 at the downtown Brady Street location. Each bingo wins a free drink. Both locations are going to have $3 25-ounce drafts, $3 cooler shots, and a $1 off wings. You can get all the food items to go. Just visit vanspizza.net to check out their menu, and then call Good to Go Quad Cities at 322-2220 or order any other food items at goodtogoqc.com. Grab these specials and more at 3333 North Harrison Street or downtown at 217 Brady Street in Davenport. Check out all their daily specials on Facebook or follow them on Twitter at VansPizza09. Vans Pizza, come pub and grill. Come get served.
This is Matt Koss of the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Glens Creek Golf Course is Quad Cities golf at its finest. Explore these May specials. Looking to update your equipment? Then don't miss Glens Creek Demo Day, Tuesday, May 7th from 1 till 6. Meet the reps and their newest clubs to improve your game. Mother's Day is the 12th. Bring your mom to Glens Creek and her greens fee is on the house. Glens Creek Pro Shop can update your wardrobe with new apparel from Puma and Greg Norman and shoes from Puma and FootJoy. Make your tee time today by calling 328-3284. Glens Creek Golf Course in Scott County Park, where deer and golfers come to play.
Did you know you can spray Line-X on just about anything that needs protection?
More than just like bed liners?
You got it. How about adding a non-slip grip to your axe? Or how about a park bench, a trailer, van liner, work truck, motorcycle?
I never thought of that. You can spray something like this?
Virtually anything you can think of.
I just thought you were the best bed liner around. I had no idea.
Think outside the bed liner and Line-X it.
Call Line-X at the Quad Cities today, 563-445-4639. Ask for it by name. Line-X.
The American Led Zeppelin, Get the Lead Out. The iconic music of the mighty Zepp, performed to perfection. September 19th at Adler Theater. All the passion and fury. The music of Led Zeppelin, just like you remember it. Get the Lead Out. September 19th. Tickets on sale at Ticketmaster.com and the Adler Theater box office. Produced by Nightlight Promotions.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy! Go long!
No, I can't!
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot!
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
In a world where dreams are built from the ground up, Tailored Living makes room for your vision. Imagine his and her walk-in closets in the master bedroom.
Oh, my dream come true. I could just kiss you. Mwah!
Sweet. Your home, your dream.
Tailored Living Custom Closet or Organization System will take you from clutter and chaos to control. Hi, I'm Amy. Schedule your free in-home consultation at tailoredliving.com. And together, you and I will build the closet of your dreams.
From the Sheedy Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 93.5, KJOC, Bettendorf.
And we are back in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. You're listening to Don't Hassle So Local here on ESPN 93.5. Getting back, we're going to make a phone call to our friend Adam Rosso from Hawkeye Headquarters in WHBF. So Marvin, hit the go button on that. So we got a lot to look forward to. Jay, I made my picks for the Wells Fargo Classic, by the way.
Oh, good.
My pools. So I took Rory McIlroy. He's
I like that you're standing up over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like you a little bit.
It's moving a little bit. Get the blood flow.
Show off that moss shirt.
Yeah.
Feeling it, working it.
Mr. Rosso?
This is Adam.
Adam, hi. This is Troy from Don't Hassle So Local. How you doing?
What's going on, fellas? How's it going?
Good, buddy.
Who'd you take, by the way, T-Roy? I just heard you mentioning that before the phone rang.
I took Rory.
I don't remember the... Okay.
I took Rory, and I'm trying to take the same guy in both. I'm in two different ones now. The second one started at the Masters.
Okay.
So, and it's a little bit different than yours. I didn't get to take two guys at the majors, so I took Dustin, and in yours I took Dustin and Tiger. So I wish I did.
Yeah, you hit you moved up big time with that Tiger pick.
Yeah, I'm just outside of the money. So I think though I don't know. I didn't see in yours. A lot of guys took Rory in my other one, but I don't know about yours. You said a lot of people are dependent on lefty. I saw that.
Yeah, I took Phil. I think there were maybe close to 10 people taking Phil. You know, it's one of those things I feel like with him, it's like, you know, you got the PGAs coming to where Bethpage, where he's won at or he's done well at. Then you got Pebble for the U.S. Open, which he's done well at, obviously, the U.S. Open and at Pebble. I don't know. I actually was thinking about saving him for the British Open because it seems like in recent years he's kind of adjusted to playing link-style golf, and he now enjoys it where he used to hate it. So I don't know. he's had a good track record at Quail Hollow, so that's what I went with. But I'm not doing so hot this year, so the defending champs down, I think, in the bottom third or the bottom quarter. So I need to pick it up here.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I think I'm going to save Tiger for the U.S. Open. I'm either going to take Molinari. I think I'll take Molinari and Fleetwood for the British, and then I'll take Tiger and Koepka probably for the U.S. Open because I forget we can take two.
Yeah.
You
can't take Tiger again, obviously.
I can't take Tiger again in yours. But in my other one, I could take Tiger, but I'll take Koepka and probably maybe Phil. Maybe you're right in that. So.
Yeah, I mean, the tricky thing I always feel like is since it's so long, what are there, 30-some picks? It's balancing picking the hot golfer with picking the guy that's done well at that course. I picked Molinari at the Arnold Palmer, I think it was.
Yeah.
And that's in between him getting, second at the Masters or wherever it was, and then I think he won a tournament the week or two before. So, but he had a good track record there, but then he, has an off week, and you don't get much money out of him. So it's all.
He's reminding me a lot. He's reminding me a lot of Brooks, where he's playing really well in the tournaments that matter, and so that's why I want him for the British. And if I could take Koepka, in every major, I would. I mean, Koepka he's just such a stud right now.
Yeah, he's a gamer. He's definitely a big time. He's one of those you got to have him in a big moment.
Yeah, and he just I think he's going to be the one guy that when we look back, like when Tiger's getting old, who's the young guy that Tiger now battles with, and they're buddies too. It seems like I think it's Koepka and Tiger, kind of like the old Arnold Palmer, young Jack Nicholson battles back from the from the '60s.
All right,
yeah, that definitely could be.
Gentlemen, right now there's a lead at -4. All four golfers are done for the day. At like I said, -4. Rory, who you have, T-Roy, is through 5. He's -1, so he's through 6 now. But the good news about that is he's still going to have holes 7, 8, 14, and 15. All the golfers combined have been shooting under par there, so he can take it. And Patrick Reed, who's shot par or better, he birdied on holes 15, 14, and 8. So Rory's got the easier part of the course in front of him. So who did you take this week, Rosso?
I have Phil.
Okay.
I think he's finished at even, I believe. So, he's within striking distance. It's there again. It's hard to tell, on the first day. I always feel like the first day you get a sense of who might not make the cut versus who's going to win the tournament. And then by tomorrow when they make, you'll know if he's in the top. If he's within 2 or 3 strokes of the lead, he's got a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's really, you can win or you can't win the tournament on Thursday and Friday, but you can definitely lose it. And that's kind of what I go about and follow in the first couple of days of any tournament.
He bogeyed 13, birdied 14, bogeyed 16, birdied 17. Other than that, he was par for the course the rest of the way through. So you don't hold too much stock on Thursday at all?
I mean, I don't know. It's like I said, it's a cliche, but if Phil goes 5 over par today or something and he's 10 back, yeah, that's a problem. But if the lead's -5 or thereabouts, he's 5 back, you have a 2 or 3 under par tomorrow, you're within striking distance. Definitely, it's kind of the old. I'll use the Tiger at the Masters analogy. I think 2 or 3 times he's only been right around 70, 2 or 3 under after Thursday, and it's Friday, Saturday where he makes that headway. And I think I kind of think that's how the guys play on tour. Now, obviously, I'm recklessly speculating here, but I think they get a feel for how the greens are laid out that week. They it's the first round. They get a sense of how the wind maybe was playing with things that day, and then they really start maybe attacking a little bit more depending on the conditions on Friday and then obviously Saturday. So we'll see. It should be interesting. We got 2 weeks to the PGA. They're doing that schedule change this year, which is, I think, for the better. I think it's great that they're going to end.
It used to be in September, right?
Yeah.
And then last August, and then they would end, mid to late September during football season. Nobody's watching golf in late September, unless it's the Ryder Cup, obviously. So,
right. Speaking of going out there and seeing what's going on in the conditions, how did it go last Saturday for you, bud?
I actually was. I'm not gonna lie. I was dreading it that morning when it was 39 and rain and just windy and everything. But actually, I was really impressed with how many people came out around the community around Rock Island. First of all, and secondly, the football game I played in was really fun, and a lot of the interactions with the people there, whether it was the city officials, obviously Ken Anderson, the Augie people, everybody was first class. So I thought it was I was pleasantly surprised with how well everything went, the crowd and everything else. I told you guys this, maybe it was off air, but that's not going to happen again there. And then say what you want. A lot of people say, oh, 6th round pick, 3rd day, whatever. For sports, for us that cover sports, as far as around this community, it's once a year where you get national attention, and that's the John Deere Classic. And so to have something else that brings national attention to this place and the sporting and some of the history around it, I thought it was fantastic. And I just think it's one of those things, there's too much negativity around is what I'm saying.
There is.
Yeah.
I keep trying to put Marvin on TV so that we can get some national attention around here, but I'm doing my part. I know.
So, no, I thought it was great. I just think, and JR thought our thing on Thursday, we had a good crowd there, a bunch of diehard fans from different teams, and I think I embrace stuff like
we had
that.
a great tournament.
It could have been we could have been Mr. Irrelevant here, the last pick. It still would have been a cool thing to have, the NFL Network here and have all this hoopla around the history of Rock Island / Douglas Park, and then obviously the NFL. I think it's a great thing for the community, and if they ever came back with, heck, they could do some, a football life on the vintage football game or something like that. You just never know. And I think these opportunities, you got to seize on them. And even though the weather was awful, I think they did that over in Rock Island.
I agree. I think it was a lot of fun, and it was. It's the NFL just basically outpacing everybody else, trying something new and different, and the other sports just are lagging behind woefully.
We talk about that all the time, whether it's the combine or the draft or anything. The NFL never leaves the news cycle.
No.
And you can say the schedule release is a great example, Jay. Like
I love
5
it.
years ago, it's all right. We're going to release the schedule at 5, and you're going to see it on SportsCenter, and maybe there's some social media. Now it's like, man, all day. It's an all day thing. You got to check every team account. You got to check the national accounts. You got to they're leaking out who's playing Thursday night to open the season. How many Monday night games do the Browns have? Just stuff like that where it never ends, and it's kind of insufferable at times. I think anybody can agree with me on that. Like sometimes it gets overwhelming with the NFL stuff when it's March and April. But, man, they do a heck of a job staying in the news cycle and staying relevant.
I mean, wouldn't it be cool if baseball had their own little draft combine, if you will? Had a home to first times. You had some sort of fielding drills, certain positions.
That's a good point, T-Roy. Like when the scout gives he's a 5-tool player.
Yeah.
Like you had some type of little thing like that. I mean, because they do have like tryouts, but you never.
Well, you have this one thing where your outfielder starts at spot B, right, and spot A is where you're hitting a ball to, and you're the guy with the fungo, and you're getting it out anywhere towards spot A, and he's got to run quite a ways to get to it, and then you have him start over here in spot C, and he's going back this way, so you have him going both ways. See his speed from his speed going from left to right, and his speed going from right to left. Just things like that. Infielders, just basic fielding drills, things like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
They could do things but the NFL is just so far ahead, gone. Just, hi, we've lapped you.
I think that baseball in-game does some of that stuff. I'm thinking, if Buxton goes and robs a home run at the wall, they track the ground he covered, his max speed. That stuff's cool. Part of it is that there's games every day, right? So, if he does that on a Thursday, or like last night, if he does that at Target Field, well, they're playing right now, or they're supposed to be.
No.
And so it kind of goes out of the news.
They're playing right
now,
buddy. They're definitely
Are
playing.
They?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How's it going up there? I think my parents are at the game, actually.
7-1. Twins are leading in the 5th.
Oh, look
Man,
at Jay.
best record in the AL, Jay.
Best in the AL. Buxton's got an RBI now. You bring it up. He's got a triple. Faster than a bottle rocket.
I think the Twins are going to the World Series, guys.
I think so. This is incredible.
I mean, the pitching is what, that guy last night, Perez.
Yeah.
I read a few articles about what they had to tweak on him. He's not, with Texas, he wasn't anything to write home about, but he's a lefty. And it sounded like he had to figure out how to throw his slider for strikes because basically he was not hitting the zone with that, so he could sit on the fastball. Well, he's done that because he's off to a good start. Oderuzzi had the good start against Verlander the other night. Obviously, we know Barrios is kind of the ace, and then you still have Kyle Gibson eating innings. So if they can get a third bona fide starter, I think Barrios and Oderuzzi should be. And if Gibby's an inning eater, I think he'll have his moments. But they need maybe that fourth guy to maybe vault above Gibson to be more of an anchor, the third starter. If you're looking to the playoffs, obviously you need three starters.
You could always just dip in the pockets and sign Dallas Keuchel.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's not going to happen, but hey, we can always wishful thinking over here. Twins should sign him.
They're going to add Sano at one point, right?
Yeah, that's right. He's going to get back. He's going to come back. Yeah.
So it's going to be like trading for a bat. I don't know. I'm not going to go put the cart in front of the horse or whatever.
No, but you kind of, when you hear the news about Kluber, that doesn't.
Yeah, that was
you kind of go,
yeah.
Okay, interesting. There goes an ace, and it's an Olna, and what I heard they might not even put a cast on him, but still, that also hurts them for trade value.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, yeah, we'll see, but it's fun right now. It's fun to just stare at the box score.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's going on down at the news station? What are you guys seeing about this whole flood stuff?
Well, if you guys saw, the record has been surpassed, so that's obviously pretty wild. And basically, it's all hands on deck. I do have a cool story coming up. I'm hoping we're running it tonight, just about Public House over in Davenport and the Children's Hospital. They raised a bunch of money, and I went over there with them yesterday. But then with all our flood coverage and going over and talking to Jacqueline Holm of the Bandits, did that yesterday and trying to get a feel for what they're doing. So we're obviously trying to take the sports angles as best we can, but something like this is obviously a once in a lifetime thing, or once in a generation thing at least. And
this is the second time in my generation.
So Tuesday, and that's the discussion that the city leaders need to have. And I know this is a sports show, but from where I grew up,
it's also local,
Minnesota River to living in Minneapolis and St. Paul, I don't get it. And I read somewhere it's the only town on the upper Mississippi from Minneapolis to St. Louis that doesn't have flood protection.
Yeah.
So,
you're right.
I don't know. And I feel the worst for those people like Rome that just opened down there by Front Street, or Front Street, or the people in the Freight House that have shops, or any of those places, even Sippies, the Vans, all those. I'm sure it's not great at any of those places. And I just don't understand how long-term somebody that wants to open a business, an entrepreneur, or somebody that says, hey, I'm going to open up on 2nd Street, or I'm going to open up on River Drive, because it's just going to happen again, whether it's now, whether it's 10 years, whether it's next year. Like I just feel like the impact economically, not to mention the people that live now downtown that never used to, I don't know. I just feel like it's a short-sighted view when all you're going to fall back on is, well, we want views of the river. Well, you know what? They have a wall in Dubuque. They have a wall in St. Paul. They have walls wherever, and everybody deals with it. And I think to say we want views of the river, well, who's saying that? Is it everybody? Is it the business owners downtown? Is it the people that live there? Or is it the people that are
No, it's a politician who hasn't been reelected
Exactly.
or has moved away, and we're stuck with the decisions of people from, depending on, it was 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 45 years ago, 50 years ago now for some of these people that are gone. They just consistently have made bad decisions. And now it's time for the people that are in office to turn around and say, you know what? Enough is enough. Let's make the right decision. Yeah, is it going to cost a lot of money? Yes. We're going to come up with new and inventive ways to raise money to fund this wall. If that's what you want to do, if you want to keep your downtown Davenport. Otherwise, you might as well just go down with a bulldozer and just mow
knock
everything down.
Knock everything south of 2nd Street. Just knock any business down. That's what I said last night. I said, why don't you just draw a line at 2nd, and then anything toward the river.
Reroute 67 or what in that 67 or
There's a whole lot of businesses too.
Oh, I know, but that's the thing.
Right.
Is like, we talked, Adam. We talked about this to an extent. Jay talked about the reason why the casino moved away from downtown Riverfront was because the year they were talking about building a hotel right there on the riverfront, Davenport told them they weren't going to do anything to help secure it with against the river. So lo and behold, the casino up and moves. I mean, I'll tell you what, that affected a lot of the night business for a ton of the businesses downtown. I mean, back in the day, the old starting line would get filled at night with people that worked at the casino when they got off their shifts. I mean, just it's a change of where people work and how things happen. You can just there's not just one person to point the finger at. It's an epic failure over the past 50 years, and it's just sad. And finally, it's come to the point where people need to realize it's not getting better; it's getting worse.
Well, and as a guy, I've been here not quite 2.5 years. I just the interesting thing to me is it's like you just said, like nobody's having an educated discussion. Okay, A, how much is going to cost? B, what options do we have? Yeah, maybe we want still some views of the riverfront. So it's 2019. Like, there's got to be ways to incorporate a natural riverfront and still protect the businesses downtown. Like, for instance, in St. Paul, they still have a park essentially on the river, but then there are apartments built at one end or the other of downtown that are up that they have flood protection against. And on the other end of downtown are the train tracks, and those are obviously built up. Like there's ways to do this, and it's not a 1-year plan. Like that's the thing. Like this could be a 5-year implementation of a rebuilding of the riverfront. Heck, a 10-year implementation. But what I'm saying is like like you said, the short-sightedness or the lack of a vision of saying, all right, we've had 4 of the top 10 crests since 2008. Like, say what you want. Right now is a wet pattern of climate here, whether it's global warming or not. And so if this continues, like I said before, why would anybody live or start a business in downtown Davenport? Yeah. I don't see somebody my age being like, well, if I want to own a business for 20 years, I'm guaranteed that my place is going to get decimated if I want to put something down on, Second Street or whatever.
They're basically basically what they've told us for the last 50 years. They're just betting on the fact that it's not going to happen that often, and we'll just pick it up when it happens. It only and then they lied to the people with the money's part of it. That's where it got me when they were rolling out the number of $250,000 for a cost. I'm like, you're ridiculous. It cost you $250,000 to build that. I'm like, there's homes getting built for way more than that. There's no way. You guys are just crazy.
No, they said the cleanup was only $250,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're building homes for more than that, and it takes way more work to clean up and all these things. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you just count.
I mean, just repairing all. Think of all the. I mean, you guys have been here before. The road repairs, the infrastructure repairs down there, the pipe, whatever. I mean, the current is whitewashing all that out. Like literally.
Think about the overtime that all these city employees are working now. They're not putting that into the cost of cleanup.
And I don't know, I don't know how financing and stuff work, but treat it like a ballpark tax. Okay, we're going to tax downtown Davenport hotels, like people that come and stay at hotels. We're going to charge an extra 2% to pay for this. Like, there's got to be creative ways. That's an example. I don't know what would work or not, but there's creative ways where it doesn't. You're not just going to raise sales tax by 2% or something crazy like that. Like, get creative, get the minds together, whether it's businesses, whether it's property owners, whether it's tenants, I don't know, but just get people together.
Yeah, a ton of people would want to raise money for this. That's the thing. My free Waterloo education, 12-year education, can figure it out. I didn't have to pay to go to college to be smart enough to know that the water's going to run. Like Jay said, you can go to Bettendorf Children's Museum and see what's going to happen there with the wall when you build walls and how water flows when it runs downhill. I mean, it's just insane. Insane.
And you have models on the other side of the river. You have a model, like you could go to Dubuque. You can go. I mean, you can literally, like I said, treat it like a ballpark, like a new project of okay, what options do we like from different cities to still maintain as much of the riverfront as we can, but also protect the industry and the properties and everything that's down along the floodplain. And I think if there was a long-term vision, it would get done. And yes, it would cost money, but over time, that money would either be recouped in tax revenue or, there would be new taxes implemented, whether it's on hotels or on different things down there, long-term to pay for it. And then the next time this happens in 25 years, you're seeing minimal damage, and the business owners and people that are down there don't have to rebuild and start all over from scratch.
Exactly. No, like I said, and I feel, you feel for everybody and everything going on down there, and I don't know if there's enough that can be said, or if we're just sitting here beating the drum too much. But I'm glad you feel that same way. I'm glad that there's someone in our media, and I know it's not necessarily a job of local media to necessarily voice an opinion, but a lot of it's just been news telling, which is refreshing. I mean, that's what everybody wants in the end. They want you just telling the news, and no one's really taken a stance and tried to say this, or this on any of the channels. They're just reporting it, and that's their job. And that really
that's
is
what we're supposed to do. Yeah, obviously on here I can be more opinionated. It's just, I just think being, I'm not, not a native and didn't grow up here. I just think it's an interesting, I said it before this year. I said it last year. I said basically I just don't get, like, at a certain point, it's a negative impact economically to your citizens. Like it just has to be. And whether it's sitting in traffic for 40 minutes on the Centennial Bridge, or having, not being able to go to the farmer's market, or having people not come to town and stay, or the River Bandits not play a game. Like, all this stuff is part of a microeconomy of Davenport.
And it's lost
revenue.
revenue.
I just feel like it's at a certain point, it's got to be a net negative. And I think, obviously, when it gets to this record level, it is net negative. Now, if it's, at right around major flood stage, 18 feet or whatever it is, maybe it doesn't affect things that badly. But when you get this every 20 years or so, I just, it's a long-term thing. And I think in today's age, it's hard to think about a long-term vision, but it can be done. And I think hopefully here it will be done, just with some planning and some maybe thinking outside of the box of how to fund it and what you want it to look like. And I think, like you said, if you get some minds together, I think it can be done, because I do think that a majority of the people in this area think, thought it was time probably before, and hopefully maybe there will be some assistance from federally or the state side to maybe jumpstart the project and start that process, and hopefully, have something built in, heck, 5 years would be fantastic, but 10 years would even be a nice number.
I'd be happy with a big green steel wall.
Well, so the Bandits thing, when I was doing some research last night, so those are all temp barriers. Obviously, the posts that the flood walls secure into are permanent around Modern Woodmen Park. But even something like that, where at a certain point of water level, you have to put those temporary barriers up along the riverfront to keep the water out of, let's say off River Drive or something. If you build it along River Drive or build it along the train tracks.
Yeah.
If I know this has been a prolonged 40 days at major flood stage, but a lot of the floods aren't this long, so maybe that's the option. You have more secure temporary walls that can be built, in a pinch.
You just put the barrier in when it's needed and pull it out when it's not.
Because it looks like Modern Woodmen Park has, those HESCO barriers that failed. Modern Woodmen Park, from what I've seen, there's no water getting in there.
None at all.
Those sides of the barrier, so. Water will find a way, like you said. So it's just up to getting creative about when and where to implement things and how to structure how you want this to look and feel and everything else. And I just think for a vibrant downtown, and Davenport's got some cool things going. They definitely do. And to have something like this be a setback, this summer is basically going to be a wash down there, right? Like, it's going to be 30 days before they get anything cleaned up. And, you know what I mean? We're going to be in mid to late June. So
Jay and I have a pretty good opinion. They'll have everything nice and ready to go by the Bix.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It'll
be spick and span.
That's July 20 whatever. I mean, that's basically
that's all they care about,
summer.
Rosso. It's all they care about. It won't.
Yeah, we could talk off air about a lot of stuff. So
yeah,
but
all right, but where are you going? What do you got going on this week besides what else are you working on this weekend?
I'm actually out. My sister's coming down, so we're gonna hang out. I don't know. I talked to her last night to try to figure out what we're gonna do. We have to figure out what's going on.
There's a cool new bar open up out by the Betplex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got. I mean, actually, we might depend on what. I think it's supposed to be nice. So we were talking about maybe doing something at the Betplex, but if it's nice, we'll be outside. Maybe go. I don't know, down to Wildcat Den, or I don't know what's open at Loud Thunder yet, or even Scott County Park up by Glens Creek there. Do something outside and hang out and figure stuff out. And then next week we got Jay's mom's 80th birthday, so Vasco and I are running the show next week and doing the anchoring. So we'll be doing that stuff. Got a few things in the fire over to Iowa. I just need to schedule and get over there and do that, and then pretty soon it'll be playoff time for Illinois softball, baseball, and Iowa soccer. So it'll pick up here in a little bit.
Well, you and your sister enjoy
the. Will still be in first place for a while, Jay. Once we get up to Joe Mauer Day.
Oh yeah.
First place Twins, hopefully.
Yeah. Is your sister? Does she live up there in the Twin Cities?
Yeah, she lives in St. Paul. Yep.
All right. Whenever they give you a break, maybe we should take a road trip up there and go catch a game.
There you go. I haven't been to Target Field in 2 years, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right, buddy. You and your sister enjoy the water soaked Quad Cities. All right, bro.
All right, sounds good.
Take care,
you guys.
man. Yep. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Don't Hassle Us for Local on ESPN 93.5.
Buying a home can be overwhelming. Please don't get discouraged by the process. From start to finish, you're going to need the guidance of a professional. So let Jen Peterson-Murphy with RE/MAX Elite Homes use her extensive background in real estate to help you navigate the process. From lending qualifications and budgeting costs to recommended inspections, Jen can help you get the most for your money in this competitive market. Jen Peterson-Murphy specializes in residential real estate sales and assisting first-time homebuyers. For expert advice, including strategic marketing practices, comprehensive market analysis, staging, and home assessments, think Jen Peterson-Murphy of RE/MAX Elite Homes.
This is Merrick Brave from SCW Pro, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Leaks, ruptures, nooks, cranny, crevice, too. You've got those wet basement blues. Call the absolutely dry guy. Call the absolutely dry guy. Put that water back in its place. It's time to reclaim your living space when you call the absolutely dry guy. Or visit us online at absolutely-dry-guy.com. This was brought to you by Absolutely Dry Basement Waterproofing.
Did you see that game last night?
Ooh, instant classic.
I can't believe how much Burton was sweating in the ninth. You could see each bead dripping off his brow.
I didn't see him sweating.
My girlfriend was blown away by his clear skin. She kept going on and on about what his daily regime is. It was pretty impressive. I'm sure you noticed that.
Yeah, I didn't notice his smooth skin.
Either you don't have a girlfriend or you don't have DirecTV.
I don't have either, actually.
Wow. Really?
Live sports that aren't in 4K are just kinda TV. Only DirecTV has the most live sports in 4K. Don't just kinda TV, DirecTV. Switch from Dish and get a $200 reward card. Limited 4K programming available. Requires entertainment package or higher and compatible equipment. Reward card with 24-month agreement. Maintain service and redeem within 75 days. Card within 4 weeks. Limited time offer. Select markets only. Requires 2-room setup. Minimum $47 per month for 12 months after discount. Price is higher in second year. New residential customers only. Equipment lease, activation, installation, early termination, equipment non-return, and other charges and restrictions apply.
If you haven't been to a Quad City Steamwheelers football game, then this Saturday night is the time. Come cheer on the Wheelers as they put their winning streak on the line against Sioux Falls. The Wheelers are so thirsty for a big win, we brought back $2 beer night. So grab some friends and enjoy a wild night of indoor football action. Oh, and $2 beers. Tickets start at only $10. Get them at SteamwheelerTickets.com or at the Tax Slayer box office. Presented by Vandergins Law. That's Saturday night, May 4th. Be there.
Casey's wants to introduce you to the newest member of the neighborhood. Meet the all-new Casey's.com. Now the same great made-from-scratch pizza is always easy to order, right at your fingertips. Casey's.com. Whether you're at home or on the go, you're always one fast click away from your favorite Casey's pizza. Try the new Casey's.com today. The easier, faster, friendlier way to order pizza. This month's special, order a delicious large Casey's Philly cheesesteak pizza for only $13.99. Not valid with any other offer.
Sheedy Family Chiropractic is your choice for chiropractic care in the Quad Cities. From little leaguers to high school athletes and the weekend warriors, treating new injuries, muscle or joint problems, and chronic pain, we are committed to providing cost-effective care for your family's needs. Same-day appointments available most days for new patients and always $20 sports physicals. Sheedy Family Chiropractic, getting you back to work, play, and life. Call today or find us online at sheedychiro.com. That's SHEEDY Chiro.com.
The American Led Zeppelin, Get the Lead Out. The iconic music of the Mighty Zepp, performed to perfection. September 19th at Adler Theater. All the passion and fury. The music of Led Zeppelin, just like you remember it. Get The Let Out, September 19th. Tickets on sale at Ticketmaster.com and the Adler Theater box office. Produced by Nightlight Promotions.
Car old? Need it sold? Get your spring cleaning done early and do a good deed at the same time. It's the Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction coming soon to Coal Valley. Donate your car, truck, SUV, or motorcycle, and if you live within 40 miles, they'll pick it up for you, even if it doesn't run. All donations are tax deductible, so give the Arrowhead Ranch a call at 309-799-7044 or visit them at arrowheadyouth.org. Car old? Need it sold? The Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction is October 19th in Coal Valley.
Golick and Wingo in the morning. Dan Lebitard when you get to work. Don't hassle us. We're local for lunch. Spend your day with a Quad City sports leader. ESPN 93.5.
Dog Pound. Yo, 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 T-Roy. Yippee, yo, yippee, yay. The sounds of the Hassel Palace brings me to you every day. Brought to you by Dun Right Satellite and Dish.
Speaking of
Sir
sounds, who's playing at the HP tonight?
Ooh, that'd be a good question
Craig
to ask
Smith.
my wife.
Craig
Smith, I believe.
Smith.
All right.
You're welcome.
You guys know better
Here
than
comes
I do.
here comes my air guitar thing
the
again.
man, the myth, Craig Michael Smith.
Yeah, Mookie does all that.
Craig Smith at HP tonight. Live music.
That's right.
Live.
So.
Glad you guys know better than I do.
I think you just got lost.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh man, I did work there for the better part of the decade.
They did.
So do you
It's
guys?
not that I don't care. It's just that
A lot of bartenders
well.
put themselves through school for 9 years. They're called doctors.
You guys. So tomorrow we have a shortened day. Tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a shortened day because of the Cubs.
We have a Marvin
Cubs
Day
got-
tomorrow.
No.
Wow.
That
How
wasn't
short
necessary.
is it?
Like a
And I
little
know
bunny
Kost's
rabbit.
going to be here. We have no idea right now who out of the four of us here who's all going to be here right now tomorrow. But I know I'll be here.
I'll lend you Marvy.
I know I'll be here. Oh, will you? Yeah. But Kost's going to come in, talk to Sleep
He can ride the
Sports. We'll have
Foster
Tiffany in.
slope.
We'll have Tiffany.
Excuse me?
We'll have Tiffany also in tomorrow as well for a little bit, and then we'll stick around for a little bit. Facebook Live Friday after the 12:45 when they switch over to the Cubs cards. So that'll be. It's always fun on a Friday. Oh, we'll have Front Street in too. Well, maybe. Yeah, I'm sure they'll still come.
I don't know.
They'll still come.
I haven't heard.
Well, hopefully they bring
It'd
some.
be
They don't
nice
have to
if
bring beer. They can
No,
just.
I'd love for them to come just to let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah.
If they know, if they can't, they can't. But
Well, it'd actually be good.
I'm sure Adam or
Yeah.
Tim or someone or
You could
Mitch
have
is
Tim.
listening.
It'd be good to have Tim actually to have the owner to come down here, and I'm sure he'll mind his P's and Q's because, like I said, there's not a lot of owners that want to speak out too much about what's going on or anything.
Tim's a pretty nice guy. Yeah, he's very diplomatic, and I know he's had his frustrations with everything as well
We
as
all have.
anybody. Everybody
Yeah.
has frustrations. But yeah, I'm sure it's. Like I said, it's a bad thing. Maybe we're bumping the drum a little too much. I don't know. But
No, because I don't think enough people are. Sorry, that's the thing.
And that's kind of what I feel too. I feel like if no one else is going to do it, we might as well.
I think
right?
I follow local media as close as anybody else, be it print, radio, news, and like Rosso said, he can let some things fly on our show. He knows where where we're at, where we reach, or whatever else. And I don't think the mayor's going to come and shut down Don't Hassle Us, We're Local because he doesn't like. Besides, he's a linged up mayor. He doesn't care.
Well, he can't anyway. That'd be against the law.
And I think at the very beginning, Serge, when you said do your research, that's the most important thing you can do.
Yep, and like Marv and I were just talking during the break there was, I want to know where my money's going. I want to know where my efforts are going.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm sure a lot of you out there do too. Not everybody has money to just throw around, and we'd all love to help each other out. But if whatever we're going to do, we want to know where it's going. So stay tuned. Like I said, I've got some stuff coming up. I know a lot of people do. A lot of business owners in town.
I'd love to win that $200 million lotto.
Yeah.
And take 150 of it, build that wall.
The T-Roy.
And call it the Troy Gitnick I don't care for this damn flood wall memorial.
I'm sure they'd let you do that.
Oh, yeah. If I paid for it,
anything
right?
that you get, will you please send to me so I can put together,
Absolutely.
make a blog for ESPN 935?
Stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming up here.
It doesn't
And
take...
you know what? I still have like $40 million to have a concert on top of that wall.
Yeah.
And I'd hire Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
That's
no Hasselhoff either.
A couple things. Dorf was on the comment thread earlier. He said as long as the mound is open, they will be having guest bartenders in there as often as possible. 1117 is going to be doing the same thing. So people that haven't reached out to me or Dorf or anybody already, feel free to. We're going to do everything possibly that we can to help out. So it's all just kind of take care of each other here. And we're actually going to do what they say that they're going to do on there.
Yeah.
We're actually going to do it, though.
I want to remind that, like I said, do your research. We all have a smartphone, or you have access to a computer. You can Google things.
Ray doesn't.
You can go to downtowndavenport.com. That's our Downtown Davenport partnership. You can scroll down just a little bit, and in the first paragraph, when they're describing Downtown Davenport, they write, "Downtown is the heart and soul of Davenport, Iowa. And within this urban core resides our community's unique character, history, and future. Downtown Davenport is a hub for entertainment, business, art, and culture, shopping, and civic service. Whether you're here to live, work, or play, there's always something to do in downtown Davenport. It's the heart and soul of Davenport." The mayor disagrees because he just says, hey,
we're just
not all of Davenport's underwater.
Well, if it's the heart, he's just saying, hey, you got other valves. We'll just let valve 3 shut down. He's not even going to put a stent in that valve. He's going to let that one shut down.
Yeah. So, again, look at some of the stuff, and you can even read, some of their past meetings, the ones that I read yesterday of meetings of what they're going to do with downtown. And, I mean, there's even thing here that they've invested, $460 million plus has been invested in downtown since 2000.
Great. I would have paid for a wall.
$460 million plus has been invested in downtown.
Paid for a bunch of walls.
So, like we said, if you want to make a monetary donation, do that, but do your homework on where that stuff's going. If you want to go lend a helping hand, go down, ask where you need to go, where you need to be, or if you have specific people you want to contact, go ahead and contact them. Let them know that you're available. Also, another big one, well, 2 big ones here. Still support the local businesses that are open.
Yes, sir.
What a better time to continue to shop local, drink local, eat local. And also, these places, once they do get back open, you can support them by going back in there and spending your time and money there when these places do go back open. Go support these businesses.
Yeah, I don't feel like we're beating the drum too much, because it just reminds me of something about 5 years ago, and every time doing something or being downtown Davenport, and when I would run across somebody that had something to do with downtown Davenport as far as the partnership or government or the chamber, and when they'd sit and look at me and say, man, I just really care about my downtown Davenport. And I heard that a lot of times. I really care about my downtown Davenport. Like it was their ownership because they got a job or were elected to something. And then I also remember something else. About 2 years ago, driving down River Drive, going to Modern Woodman Park to watch the River Bandits with my daughter, who at the time was 7. And once we went Arsenal Bridge, my daughter said, "Where are we?" And I said, "We're in downtown Davenport." And she said, "Why is it so dirty?" And I said, "That's a great question."
Well, we went through a lot of different things.
This flood thing is ridiculous. In 1996, the dock got flooded, and I called that in advance. That's why the dock restaurant can't go there. At 96, there wasn't a big flood, but the dock got flooded.
Yeah.
Aren't they rebuilding that too?
Yeah, aren't they rebuilding the dock?
To rebuild the dock.
Remember how great the dock was.
They got all incentives. I think the biggest issue too is that it's going to get complacent. Like, it's fun now, but when does everybody just forget about, oh yeah, we cleaned it up.
If you do rebuild something, or you do want to redo something, and then you get a fund for it, and you want to put white trim up, maybe someone doesn't like the white trim. They want the white trim to be the inside trim.
They want to tell you exactly how it's supposed to look. Mm-hmm. Like I said, maybe some of those businesses, though, that got those grants, they should, some of those owners, not the businesses, some of the owners of those buildings.
How many trees are planted outside of a parking lot?
There's a lot of things they worry about besides a flood. There's a lot of different things.
That might have been a committee, but that wasn't an elected committee.
Yeah.
A lot of bureaucracy. I'm just saying, you guys, it's...
Anyway, we're going to continue.
Yes. But hey, another thing, just to not be fully negative, hats off to all the first responders down there.
Yes.
The people from the city, the employees that are down there helping people out. Listen, the people that work for the city, it's not their fault. Right?
No.
They're not the elected officials. They're down there doing their best to try to help everybody do what they can do. The fire department, the police, all the people that work for the city doing their job, hardworking down there, putting in overtime. Thank you all. You're not the people that we are being critical of. I hope that everyone understands that.
And I think
these are elected officials that we are.
They should hear it from us. Okay. So, again, like we said, it's It's a community event. Yeah, turn that down just a little bit for me. It's a community event, and not an event. It's a community crisis, and we all need to do things
the end
together.
of a church service here.
Yeah. Well, it's the Dawn for us. The Dawn playing our out music. They play our intro. They play our out. So, anything that you can do helps, and we will continue. We'll stop beating the drum of what they should have done.
Fight the good fight.
But what we will do,
we're gonna help raise money.
Yes, we'll continue to support those raising money. We'll put a blog together, and we'll highlight those businesses that are affected and highlight the businesses that are helping, and point you in the right direction of where to go. That being said, I want to thank Adam Rosso for calling in today, guys. Great week. We've finally all been in the studio. We have one more day. We'll see who comes in playing musical chairs tomorrow. So other than that, I want to thank you all for listening today. Have a hassle-free Thursday. We'll see you real soon.